Um, hey guys. So today I'm going to talk about my movie experience with Slender Man and what I thought about the movie. So personally, I didn't really enjoy the movie. It got a 3 out of 10 on IMDb, and I think it definitely deserves that rating because their playing was a bit up and down. I definitely think that it could have been a lot stronger. It could have been played by a lot stronger actors and actresses. I personally think that they should have used more experienced people, and they really didn't have a whole lot of like oomph whenever it came to having a good scary scream or whatever. And now that it shows with the amount of money they've made with it being out. But when I went and saw this movie, I hopes I was really excited because growing up I was always afraid of Slender Man, and I never really believed in Slender Man. But of course, since you're young and you have a big imagination, I was pretty freaking scared. But once I heard that it got really bad reviews, it kind of just changed my thought process towards this movie. Once I got into the theater, which was a hassle to do, because apparently when you're 17, they don't allow you to enter the theater without an adult after 5 o'clock, which is garbage. I don't think that that's necessary or appropriate, because once I got into the movie theater, someone's phone rang 8 times, and a family who had 2 children were talking, eating sun chips, and being very, very disrespectful with um, eating the sun chips that they brought, because those bags of chips are way too loud, especially for a movie theater. I think we all know, and we can personally relate. We don't need to bring sun chips into a movie theater. Put them in a little plastic bag if you want to eat them. Those are crunchy chips anyways. You don't want to bring those into the movie theater. But their kids kept walking up and down the aisle, and it was really annoying. I couldn't focus on the movie all the way, so I had to go back and see it again. But the second time, completely okay. I really got to experience the Slender Man movie um, with no distractions. And so the second time I saw it, I really appreciated it a little more because the the background noises, the score, and everything about this movie, it was good up until the acting and the storytelling, because the score, it made every noise made your stomach twist a little bit, and I think that that's a good thing to have in movies. And when that happens, you're uneasy and your hands sweat a little bit. And this movie was definitely more psychological. And so when you're watching this movie, think to yourself, it's not trying to scare me physically, it's trying to scare me mentally. And if you think that, you're definitely going to go home and you're going to be listening a lot more to your surroundings, and you're going to be freaked out. And that's something that I can really take from this movie, is it did a good job with scaring you psychologically. And that's what I took from that movie, other than it being really crappy acting, non-realistic, and it just, the conflict, other than Slender Man being the main conflict. Of course, he's going to be the very main antagonist, but you saw too much of him in the movie, and I feel like if you hadn't seen him more in the movie, you would have felt more on edge with watching this movie. And no matter what, I'm not gonna really say that I love this movie. I really don't recommend that you go waste your money on this movie, because it's just not something that you need to see. You need to wait for the next addition to The Conjuring or some other scary movie, or wait for Christmas. Wait for all those good Christmas movies if you're into that. I know that over the next few months, there's going to be a ton of really good movies with really good actors, and that's what I plan to go and do with my time. But overall, I give this movie a 3. That's what I said when I walked out of the theater because I didn't enjoy it. And I think that if I could have saw this movie 10 years ago, I would have definitely been more scared of the Slender Man. And I think this movie is definitely geared towards, or it should be geared towards a younger audience, or even in, like, my generation is that gap where the Slender Man really gets skipped over us, because now that they're coming out with it, kids are going to know who the Slender Man is again. But my generation, we got skipped by the Slender Man. So the people who were 20 to 25 really know what Slender Man is and what his purpose is in our society. So I think that since I'm a little younger, that I'm not going to appreciate this movie at all to its full potential. But anyways, I think I'm gonna end it here. What did you think about Slender Man? I hope you go see it and tell me what you thought about it. Um, anyways, thank you guys for coming out, and I've got to figure out how to end this. So just give me a short second. Oh, I found it. Anyways, thank you guys.